you've got to first identify the company that you're interested in. So use whatever means you possibly can, Glassdoor or the LinkedIn company search. Get your top 10 list. Be focused. Don't just spray and pray. We know that.
Spray and pray.
We know that, right? And then understand the needs of the organization, because it's not about your obituary, your resume. It's about the value you can add. So what do you do? What experience do you have that can help this organization? Write it down, and that's your messaging. That's how you reach out to these information interview sources and hiring managers. And then you reach out to the information interview sources. You make sure you're right, and you get contacted and introduced into influential parts of the organization. So I said, his COO is sitting right there, and they apparently have a very candid relationship, which is great. And I said, so how did it go? And he said, well, I followed your advice. I found a company that looked interesting to me. I knew someone who worked there, and I took them out to lunch. And halfway, he said, halfway through that conversation, something shifted. She started asking me interview questions. Right? And what he said to me was, I lost control of the conversation. But what I said to him was, no, you got what you wanted.
Right? Sometimes it feels exactly the same.
Yeah, for sure. And there he is with his COO, and that's how he got the job. So, I wrote the book. It's social media, right? Job searching with social media. And if you're offended by the For Dummies part, I'm sorry. That's just the brand. I don't think anyone's a dummy. But despite the title, oh, you do.
Present company accepted.
Despite its title, I think that the book's really about strategy in approaching the job search from methodology of relationship building rather than of being anonymous. In fact, technology doesn't even start, if you can show the book, it doesn't even start until page 120. Because we're talking about time management and motivation and personal branding.
Spoke well.
And so what I wanted to do, and I've spoken with a lot of recruiters about what they look for, what are some of the red flags, like inconsistencies between resume and online profiles. Not having an image on LinkedIn can be a red flag as well. I'd like to know, from your point of view, what have been some of the great success stories? Who are some of the job seekers that you've seen that really stood out from the crowd, who really did it well? And then what did they do that made it so good, in your opinion?
Carl Clark. He had the Hire Carl campaign.
You had to hire
Hire Carl. It was a very good quality candidate in the first place as a student, so that was great. And then he changed. He wasn't getting anywhere in the normal graduate application process. So he launched a site called Hire Carl, which he had professionally made, looked decent, good SEO, and put all social media functionality off the back of it. And he basically got companies to bid for his services without putting in salary. He said, I don't want you to put in salary, I just want you to tell me why I should come and work for you, and if you'll pay my expenses, I'll come and see you if I like your bid. And he ran the bid process for 30 days, which got everybody's attention. You know, there was video, commentary. He got, I don't know how many thousands of views. And he ended up, actually, fortunately, got a job from one of my Twitter connections. Eventually, he had something like 75 bids for his services with jobs. Because he did it like an eBay system. But he said, I don't want you to tell me the money or the benefits. I just want to know, this is me, this is my goals in life. Tell me why I should come and work for you. So he did that. But the fact that you can only do things like that once, but that kind of campaign for Hire Carl. He now works for a company in New York, which was never in his plan, but he had interviews in New York, Australia, America. He'd never thought about global because he was a Scottish guy. But he ends up in America on working for an educational iPhone app developer, which came from Twitter. And he came to a couple of True events. And what I think, there was two secrets with him. One, he was a very good candidate anyway, so he was credible. But the other thing was he worked out how to harness, I need to give people something they can share. So, because principally in social media, most people want to help. What they don't have is any time to actually do anything So if you give them something creative, that doesn't matter whether it's an infomercial on YouTube, it's a not a resume, but something that's well crafted, they will try and help you.